Hi, everyone. Welcome to English with Caitlin. This is an English listening podcast. Today's episode, Studying with Podcast. And welcome. Hi, everyone. How are you today? Welcome to the new channel. I hope you will enjoy my English stories. I made this podcast to help your English listening skills. I have been studying Korean for 4 years. I know the challenges of learning a new language. Today, I want to talk about some tips for studying a language. I want to talk about how I like to study, and I want to talk about how you can use this channel to study. Of course, everyone is different. What works for me might not work for you, but I think these tips will be useful, will be helpful. First, give yourself a high five. You are studying. You are trying and you are putting in the work. You are already much farther than you think. That first step is to start and to try your best. That first step can be the hardest. Don't be too hard on yourself. It takes time for something to be good. There's a saying in English, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. This means you can't rush something good. You can't make something perfect in one day. It takes time. Okay, then how much time? How long does it take to learn English? How long does it take to learn any language? My friend learned English in 1 year. Why is it taking me so many years to learn? Have you thought something like this? Many people say not to compare yourself with others. I agree, but I think others can help to motivate you. It could help push you to study more. When I first started studying Korean, I had a coworker who would brag about his Korean level. Brag to say something too proudly about what you have done or what you have. He had been studying for about 6 months more than I had. I'm better than you. That kind of bragging. So I felt like my Korean level was not good because of him. How was he so much better? However, I used his bragging as a motivation. I wanted to get to his level so bad, I would study every day. And when I didn't want to study, I could hear his annoying voice in my head. I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. So, my tip is to try not to compare yourself to others. But if you do compare, do it in a way that motivates you. Think of it like this: athletes compare themselves to their competitors, the other team members. Athletes are always trying to be better than the players around them. That is how they win. Of course, language isn't about winning a game, but a little friendly competition can help push you farther. If you don't have someone like this to motivate you, then it is good to have a goal. Or it's good to find a way to enjoy studying the language you are learning. Let's talk about making goals. How about small goals and how about big goals? What goals do you have? First, goals. What is a good goal to have? This will be different for everyone. Are you studying for a job? Are you studying for travel? Or maybe you just want to be at a conversational level in English. There are many different goals. But listen, it is a good idea to have a big goal and to have many small goals too. So, Think of a big goal. My big goal is to be fluent. I want to speak like a native speaker. But it can feel so far away. It can feel impossible. Oh, I'll never get to this goal. That's okay. Put that big goal to the side. The big goal is still there, but let's focus on the small goals for now. Because the small goals will add up and up and up, and then it will finally be the big goal. Before you know it, you will be at the big goal. Small goals. What are those? Think of some things you want to do with the language you are learning. I want to read a book in that language. I want to write a story in that language. I want to sing a song. I want to have a conversation. Think of what you could do. Think of what you want to do. When you finish a small goal, move to the next small goal and the next and the next. It's like a ladder. Every step you take will bring you closer to the top. How about making small goals to study with podcast? You can use this video to help with your studies. How can you do that? How can you use this video or other videos? How can it help you? I think one challenge can be finding a podcast level that is right for you. For me, I like to have a variety of podcasts to listen to. There are so many podcasts here on YouTube or other apps. If I am cleaning or cooking, I like to listen to an easy level podcast. A podcast that is below my current level. Why? Well, because I am not focused on studying. I'm doing something else. But my brain is still working. I can listen to the words and sounds I know. If I am sitting down and watching the podcast, my full focus is on the podcast. I like to listen to a podcast above my current level. We have to challenge ourselves. If it is too easy, we won't grow. We won't learn. First, I watch the video without subtitles. I just try to watch the person in the video and listen and try to understand what they are saying. I don't know 100% what they are saying. Sometimes I only know 10% of what they are saying. But I try and listen and listen. Next, if there is a PDF, I will read it and write down the words and sentences I don't understand. A PDF file or a script of what is said. This channel has PDF files, so please use them. Next, I study the words I don't know. I practice writing them and I find the meaning in the dictionary. I try to make sentences with the new words. How can I use this word in a sentence? When would I use this word? I think of these questions. After studying the words, I watch the podcast again and again. The words I didn't know before, they are easy to me now. I can understand more and more. One day, this podcast will be too easy for you, and you can move on to your next goal and your next goal. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back next week with a new episode. See you then. Bye-bye.